Hello, everybody. The New York Giants are getting ready for week 2 against the Washington Commanders. The Giants coming off a brutal opening week loss to the Minnesota Vikings, 28-6, in which really nothing went right. But in particular, the offense just struggled a lot. And here to discuss it with me, Brandon Olson, who is a writer over on New York Giants on SIM. Brandon, what can we say about the Giants offense? Nobody looked good, but in particular, I think we've got to start with the quarterback.
I don't think he's an NFL starter quality quarterback. It's as simple as that. And it's nothing against Daniel Jones. It's just you can be a great guy, but not good enough to get the job done. And in the NFL, he is simply not good enough to get the job done. The Andrew Van Ginkel interception was a wild play. There were just some plays that just you can't have, and we saw that even in the preseason when he came back against the Texans and he threw that really horrible pick 6 to Jalen Petrie. And we wanted to go, well, you know what? It was his first drive back or second drive back. We'll give him a mulligan there. But then he came into the regular season and made some mistakes that are similar. And it's just things that can't happen for a guy that's as experienced as Daniel Jones is at this point.
Brandon, the Giants, it's only week 1. They go to face the Washington Commanders this weekend, a team that historically they have done well against, although the Commanders now, new quarterback, new head coach, new coaching staff, period. But that being said, is it time for the Giants to panic? Because as I see it, they're kind of at a crossroads. They have to decide, do we want to give ourselves the best chance to win, or do we want to just stick with Daniel Jones to determine if he's the guy for us?
I think Daniel Jones is going to get at least a few more starts before anybody even in that office really thinks about pulling shoot on him. But if you can't beat this Commanders team with him at the helm, I don't think you can beat anybody really. And then that's just me. I'm not sold on this Commanders team. Very unimpressed in their week 1 game. And it's just, I need to see more. And if you can't beat them with Daniel Jones at quarterback, it's time, in my opinion, to just go, hey, maybe Drew Lock. Because at this point, they're both 6-year quarterbacks. Drew Lock, at least if you give him a shot and if you like him, you can consider extending him. But yeah, it's just not a good spot to be in at all right now.
All right, Brandon, let's talk real quick about the keys to the game. What do the Giants need to do besides obviously be better than they were last week? But what do you see as the major keys on offense and defense for a Giants win this weekend?
For the defense, I think a lot of it comes down to just tackling in the secondary. That Cliff Kingsbury offense has always been, and apparently will always be, because he refuses to change it, a ton of screens and a ton of hitches out wide. So for the secondary players, you come up, tackle those receivers. The overwhelming majority of Washington's passing yards in week 1 came after the catch because so much of it was screen, curl, yard after catch there. So limiting those opportunities is huge. And then I think that for the offense, I think there's some situations where you have to throw maybe a risky ball that has payoff. Like we watch the Commanders corners, all of them, Benjamin St-Juste, Emmanuel Forbes, who got benched, and Noah Igbinoghene. We watched all of them not make plays on the ball. And so I think when you watch what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did, it was give some deep shots and some jump ball opportunities. And if you can give Malik Neighbors one of those jump ball opportunities against a guy like Emmanuel Forbes, against a guy like Noah Igbinoghene, there's going to be big play opportunities there. But this offense, it needs to be more explosive. It needs to be more explosive in some way. And sometimes it's a risky throw that'll get you that.
All right, the New York Giants visit the Washington Commanders week 2. The Giants a 2.5-point underdog. We'll see if they can turn their fortunes around against a team that historically they've been able to handle. That's Brandon Olson. I'm Patricia Traina. We are with New York Giants on SI.com.